Hello once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I am your host, Darth Tuba. The next couple are pre-recorded. Well, they're mostly pre-recorded, right? But these are a little more advanced pre-recorded because I am away down in Florida. We're doing a lot of adventures, some Disney related, some Star Wars related, and some family related. So I look forward to sharing some of those adventures with you very, very soon. In the meantime, we have several episodes that are going to be kind of short, but I look forward to sharing them with you. Anyway, we have our first one today. It's just a simple, small unboxing, but it is an unboxing nonetheless. This is actually a custom figure that I was very excited about. I've had my conversations on the channel before, my thoughts I've shared with about customized figures. I have absolutely no issue with them. It's a creative process. I see it more as an artistic or an artisan thing that people like to do and they like to sell, and I'm okay with it. My daughter is an artist, and I promote people selling their art. And if they're fans and they can sell art that is a fan base, whatever the fandom may be, excuse me, I am totally down with that. So this is from a customizer called Procustoms Figures, and I'm actually going to put a little thing here where you can actually hopefully freeze the screen, and you can see his little QR code there. I don't know if it has to be straight or not. There you go. Okay, so hopefully if you pause the screen, you can go onto his site, and you can find that there are lots of different types of figures that you can do there. I am not one for my own personal feeling. I'm not one for purchasing figures that were already done. The only thing I'll do that with is if they never carded them. Like I did purchase a Snaggletooth, a blue Snaggletooth reproduction. I have an original blue Snaggletooth, but I purchased one that was on a card because they never released one on a card. So that's why I have that. I also wanted the one I have is original, but its neck is kind of wobbly, and if you do too much with it, the neck's going to come out. So I have to keep that one boxed up. This one, if I want to, I can always take it out and pose it and do stuff like that, and it's going to last a little bit better. But these other three, the other things I like are figures that were never made. They were never made in the original line. So now, of course, there's always a possibility that Hasbro could decide to do one of those retro collection figures, which they've done. They did that for The Mandalorian. They did that for, this one's got, I'll show you all these in. I'm just taking them out of their bags. They did Mandalorian did them. The Book of Boba Fett had them. The Obi-Wan had them. I don't think Andor had them. I think Andor did not have that as an option. So, all right. So the only thing I'm going to say about these is that some of these, like I will say that they included these. What I'm looking at here, essentially, are again these are figures that were never created in the original line. Okay. Oh, nope. They were never created in the original line. So as a result, they do not have, I don't mind, there's no way of misconstruing them or confusing them for an original figure. So basically, they have been making Rebel Trooper figures. Now, keep in mind, when you're my age and you saw Star Wars in the theater, the very first thing you saw, or I should say, the very second thing you saw after that huge shot of Tantive 4 getting chased by the Star Destroyer, which totally blew everybody away. Then the next thing you saw was inside the ship, and you saw these guys running to their space. So we've got one, I guess you could say this is a Caucasian figure. Then you have a Caucasian figure with a mustache. And I believe they had a lot of different types for sale. Different colors, all different types. So these are great. They have that feel, even the smell of the old figures, all right? So they're just right in there with all of the other figures. So these are really fantastic. Now, there is a third one. Now, that's Captain Antilles. Where are those transmissions you intercepted? We intercepted no transmissions. This is the consular ship put on a diplomatic mission. That was that guy. Now, interestingly enough, when he was choking by Vader holding him up in the air, before we knew he could actually choke just by thinking about it, this guy, he had a bit of a British, almost a Cockney accent. It might have been one of those things where they were gonna overdub. They seem to have all of the rebels be kind of American sounding. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. And then all the British, all the Imperials were British. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So I thought that was very interesting. But this guy clearly had a Cockney British accent as he was getting choked to death by Vader. But then fast forward 40 years or whatever, or 35, 40 years, to Rogue One. And the very last scene of the movie, you see this guy walk in and give Leia, or CG de-age Leia, the plans. So they're the plans in his hand, right? And he didn't sound British at all. So I don't know if it really, maybe it was that one, maybe it was supposed to be someone else. They just happened to be wearing the same uniform. But nonetheless, there is the captain's uniform, very similar in terms of paint. Now, a lot of these are just pretty much the same types of molds, and they just paint them differently, do some slightly different touch-ups to give them a little slightly different look. But that's okay. These are supposed to be army builders. They can look similar. So it's really good. So I decided to get 3 of them. Now, the only complaint I have, and it's minor, is that, and it's actually it's more of it's just a tiny thing. This Captain Antilles came with 2 items. Came with the plans, right? But also came with a pistol, just like the other 2. Now, that's a great option to have, but it would have been nice if he had a side holster to put the gun in, or to put the plans in, so you could hold one or the other. But I understand, this is just a hobby type, artisanal type of figure. It's okay. I will keep them together. I promise I won't lose it. But that is my very quick episode with my 3 figures. Rebel Trooper, original retro style figures. Yeah, these have all been released as, multiple times at least the blue guys have. Multiple times they've been released with other things. So I'm excited to have a retro version of it. And if Hasbro decides to come out with that, that's fine too. So that'll do it for this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out all my other information, Instagram, Twitter, @Darth Tuba, all my other videos and all my playlists. Check out all the other content on Red 5 Network. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.